So, hello YouTube, it's me again, and I'm a little bit less angry. So, that's a good thing. So, I wanted to talk about something we were talking about today. So, I was standing outside having a smoke with the girls, and they were telling me some of their funny bad date stories. So, I thought, since I'm doing this piece on humanity and common decency and, funny things that people do, that I would share one of my bad date stories. So this date happened, I was 18. I just turned 18. I'm not going to tell you my age now because it's a lot more than 18. But I was 18 years old, and this was the time just before Facebook happened and before I think text messaging was just in its infancy. So the way we found dates anonymously was in like chat rooms. Remember chat rooms? And we found them in phone chat lines. There used to be one that used to be advertised at night, and you call the number, and what happens is you call the number and you leave a message like, "Hi, my name is Trixie, and I'm 18 years old, and I have big tits," or whatever your message was, right? And then people would respond to your message, and so what they would do is you would stay on the service, and then guys would I guess they'd go through the messages, and you were going through the different guys on the site, and you'd hit 1 if you wanted to talk to them, 2 if you wanted to leave them a message. So you'd hit 2 and you leave a message and be like, "Hi, you sound cute. I think I'd like to talk to you." So then they would send you a message back like, "Hey, what's up?" So, and this would go back and forth until you felt comfortable enough to hit the 1 button, and then you'd actually be connected live, right? Because you weren't allowed to put your phone number in the message. Like if they heard you leave your phone number in the message, the site would automatically, the administrator would kick you out of the chat room, right? Now, of course, you could come back 30 seconds later and be, "Hi, I'm Trampy McCo, and this is my new message, and any guys who are talking to Trixie, this is me," and they wouldn't figure it out. I don't know how they figured out your number was there, and they didn't figure out that it was the same person, but okay. So anyway, so I met this dude, and I mean, I was pretty stupid because I was 18 and I talked like this. No, I didn't really talk like that, but I was 18 and I was stupid. So I met this dude at the Pickering GO station, I remember, and I was living with a friend of mine at the time. We shared a house, and so yeah, I was like 18 years old, and I met this guy, and he told me that because I was in love with John Cena. By the way, John, you were like my first crush, like serious crush on somebody, right? So I was in love with John Cena, and this guy told me that he looked like John Cena. He did not look like John Cena, by the way. He was like the furthest thing from the only thing that was the same between him and John Cena is they both happen to have blue eyes. So this guy, he comes over to the house or whatever, I meet him and talk to him, and he seemed okay and whatever. So he didn't look like John Cena, but he was a nice enough guy. So he's like, "Hey, do you have someplace we can hang out?" So I took him to my friend's house, and my friend was there. And we sat down and we had a tea or whatever it was that we were drinking at the time, probably vodka, I don't know. And we're sitting down or whatever, and we're talking and shooting shit and whatever. And this guy is pawing at me, he's doing the creepy, putting his arm around me, the move, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna stretch." He did that move, which I guess at 18 I was like, "Oh my god, he's so smooth." And so yeah, puts the arm around me and shit like that, and then he's trying to kiss me, and I'm like, "No, this isn't gonna happen, right?" And so then he's like, "Oh, can I see your bedroom?" And of course I'm, stupid and 18, and I'm like, "Oh, of course you see my bedroom." And so we walk into my bedroom, sitting on the bed or whatever, and this guy tries to fucking jump me, right? And I was not having any of it because I was still a virgin, and I was not doing anything with this dude. And he's rubbing up against me, trying to get, whatever. And so he's trying his best, and bless him. I mean, he was trying to get a bit of tail. I get it, but he was never getting it from me. And then, so I have this weird thing I have to tell you about. So I have this weird thing with eyes, right? I don't like contact lenses. I think it's the grossest thing when people take their contact lenses and put their contact lenses in public. Go into the bathroom and do that sort of shit, right? Don't do that in front of me. I'm going to puke. So this guy's trying really hard and he was using all his lines like, I know you want it, baby, ooh, you know, whatever guys were saying at that point that most girls were believing and buying. So, hold on one second, I'm going to be interrupted.